This one's a fun one. 49ers, Steelers. I'm going Steelers all the way. That's. I feel like Pickett. He's from what I hear, off season amazing. Pickett to Pickens. I heard they did phenomenal over the over preseason, and you know, you as much as you're probably gonna hate me saying this, kid vicious, but you gotta give it to Kenny Pickett. Like he worked his butt off over um over off season. He didn't. I what I from what I heard, he didn't leave the practice field till he got married and went on his honeymoon. Then when he as soon as he got back, he got right back on the practice field, started training for this season. So I'm gonna give it to Steelers.
Yeah, I'll say Pickett has definitely looked really good in the preseason, I must say. Only thing is, I have the Niners. To me, the only way I see them losing this game is if Brock Purdy just completely collapses and like does terrible. The Niners are just such a good team, man. I mean, all of them, Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. Then the defense, Fred Warner. I forgot the safety's name, but he just made All Pro. Nick Bosa. I mean, Fred Warner. Like the Niners team is just really good. I mean, not saying that the Steelers are bad, but I just think they're outmatched for this game. So I have the Niners.
All right. Oh, you're gonna get a bunch of clips today, barbecue. Goodness, this is so hard to say, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers for this game, and this is why I'm going with Steelers. 49ers, Phil. You just mentioned a bunch of weapons they have. Those weapons play. One of those weapons, Mr. George Kittle. Mr. Commercials. Once they start to get into commercials and stuff, they start caring less and less about the game. And I feel like Kittle, he's gonna have an amazing year, but I feel like Brock Purdy is not as good as what's his name? Oh yeah, Pickett. I feel like Kenny Pickett is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy. And I feel like it always comes down to your leadership, and your leader is your quarterback. And I feel like the Steelers can lead the 49ers to a victory. I feel like this game is going to be close though. But yeah.
So yeah, I do think it'll be close, but I think once we get running, it's hard to stop us. It is easy for us though to like come back after halftime and just give it up. Like if we're losing, we pretty much give up. But if we're winning, if we get a good first half, I feel like we could easily like, win.
Definitely agree with KB your point about Pickett being a better quarterback than Purdy. But that just kind of goes back. I think we talked about it on the first episode about the weapons surrounding the quarterback, where Purdy, all those weapons around him, all he's asked to do is just not lose the game for us. Don't turn the ball over. Try to keep turnovers down, make the quick, easy throws and passes, and get it to those playmakers that I mentioned, and then they could take off with it. Like for example, I think if Pickett was on the Niners, I think they would be Super Bowl favorites. It's because the weapons on that team. So so yeah, I think that like I said, the Steelers definitely have the better quarterback, and they're not a bad team whatsoever. But it's just that the Niners, I feel, are just a much better team. So that's why I have them.
And then my thing is this year, I always forget Buddy in the backfield for the Steelers. What's your running back's name?
We got lots of them.
The black guy with the dreads. I'm sorry to be to say it like that.
Deontay Johnson?
It's
Yeah,
talking about Najee Harris.
Oh,
yeah,
Najee
not
Harris.
Yeah, that's a dog there. That's why I have them winning because like he is just a dog, man. He's like a faster Saquon Barkley to me. Like he's not built like Saquon, but he just reminds me like his run style is like Saquon's. And he's very explosive. And I feel like I get what you're saying about the weapons, but I feel like if the Steelers do win this game, they're gonna have to do a lot of. Kenny Pickett is gonna have to do a lot more work than Brock Purdy because of the weapons. Because you have all your weapons on the Steelers are on the defensive side of the ball, but that's only like one person. So, but anyways, I don't want to go into that. But I feel like if you have the running game going, then yeah, because the 49ers defense I haven't seen the 49ers defense, but it hasn't been as good as it once was. Like during the Kaepernick era, yeah, that defense was good, but this 49er defense now I feel like it's penetrable. It's not a wall. So I feel like Najee Harris is going to run right through that defense. So it's not all on Kenny to get it done, but as long as that line does their job, oh yeah, then you guys they most definitely should win over the 49ers.
But I'm not trying to stay on this all day, but Najee, you mentioned Najee Harris. I think he's a good pass catcher at the backfield, and like he's not a bad running back. But last year he was really underwhelming. I think he averaged, I think below 4 yards a carry last year. I know he came in the year injured, and once he got healthy, he started to pick it up. So we'll see, but I don't think he's. If you're dependent on him to beat the Niners, then I don't really love Steelers'
I mean,
chances.
no, I'm saying back and forth, going using Pickett and then switching off to use him. Like I'm saying going back and forth, using him back and forth, not just depending on him solely to win the game. But like you said, I don't want to spend the whole time on this. But one more thing, I was like what Barbecue said about if the Steelers come out there swinging and get scoring in the first half, they usually win. But it's just the second half, you know.